A few changes for the Marlies. They had a handful of call-ups after the game on Wednesday. William Villeneuve, Ryan Torberg, Luke Hames, and Artur Akhtimov all recalled by the Leafs. And they do get Bo Grew back, who's centering their top line tonight, or playing wing rather on their top line tonight. And he's the only player on the Marlies with more than a goal in the season series against the Comets. Here's Shane LaChance streaking in left circle in front. They score! Austin Strand! 1-0 Comets. And Austin Strand on a nice setup from Shane LaChance, who found Strand walking down the slot as he pumps it home to give the Comets a 1-0 lead. And he beat Hildeby low glove side, and Strander all fired up after that one as the Comets strike first with 13:41 to go in the first period. And now Austin Strand just 1 point away from 100 in his AHL career. This one's shot down the ice into the Comets zone by the Marlies. Wrist shot from the right wing by Johnson, sticked away by Jakob Malik. Funnel back to the corner, played up the wall by Addison. John Gruden out to center on the exit. Pass cut at the red line. Played ahead by Johnson, out of the reach of Sim. And icing here on the Marlies. 13:14 to go in the first period. And so the Comets strike first for the 33rd time this season. And they're 21-7-0-3 when scoring first this year. The Marlies 12-17-4 when allowing the first goal. As Austin Strand opens the scoring at 6:19, his third of the year from LaChance and Malofsky. And so Shane LaChance now with 4 points against Toronto this year, which leads the team in that category. And what a beauty that was as he sets up Austin Strand, his third of the year. And for Strand, his last goal came on March 11th in Rochester. And so he snaps a 7-game goalless drought with the tally. Here's Edwards at the left point. Wrist shot blocked into the slot and then carried out to center by Landon Sim, who had a goal and a fight on Wednesday. He dropped the gloves in the first period in Toronto with Cam Squires. It was the first pro fight for Cam Squires. Landon Sim has already had 4 fights and now 11 AHL appearances, so he's dropped the gloves quite a few times in what has not been a lengthy career so far for him. Schmelzer stood up at center. Squires tucks it left wing. Cruikshank, a shot sticked away by Hildeby. Stays in play off the high glass near corner, and then swooping in Logan Shaw. Elwood pass didn't connect at center. Mikhail Diot back on it for Utica. Flicks it up the far side. Pitchforked out to center by Cam Squires. Glove down center circle by Borghese. Striding back in, Bo Grew gliding to a halt along the right boards. Pried out of his skates by Schmelzer, and then relayed back behind his own net by Colton White. Mikhail Diot, far corner of his own end, up ahead to Squires, held him by pinching Thrun. And then Colton White will tap it back from Mikhail Diot in front of his own net. Banks it around the cage. Colton White rifles one left wing on the money for Perron. Now Hardman across the line. Drop pass to Diot, who rifle one high and wide. And the long carom right on the stick of Bo Grew. Walking in right circle, a shot. Glove save made by Malik. Rebound in behind the net. Centering pass knocked away by the stick of Malik. And now a tight turn, Alex Nylander back to the line. And teeing one up was Benning. He drilled it wide. Chadwick trying to keep it alive. Puck in the slot. Comet zone. Hardman clears it. Then gliding in, Kyle Criscola, left side. Flips it behind the cage. Mike Hardman giving chase. Alex Nylander back on a far corner for Toronto. Younger brother of Maple Leafs forward William Nylander. And Alex will sling one towards the goal. Sticked away by Jakob Malik. 11:15 to go here in the first period. Comets up 1-0 on a goal from Austin Strand. On a nice setup by Shane LaChance, streaking down the left wing side. This is Barbolini behind the Comet net, absorbing a check from Vandalist. Back out to the blue line. This way, Jurasevich. Try to sift one through, blocked down, and then sent wide by Paré. Malofsky scampers onto it far corner, gets it up ahead to LaChance. Across to Legare, had some trouble handling it. And onside are the comments, they say. Malofsky trying to fend off Smith and behind the Toronto net. Battle ensues in the near corner. Shane LaChance joins the fray. Legare upstairs for Edwards. Tight ropes the blue line. Back to Legare. A shot blocked by Jurasevich. That one stung him. Back to Legare. Wrist shot blocked again. And that one went wide. Here's Malofsky. Diagonal feed. Legare. Top of the right circle. His shot made its way through and a stick save Hildeby. Swooping in was Kalen Addison to keep it alive. Pass intended for Malofsky. Broken up and cleared by the Marlies. Approaching the halfway point of the first period. Here's a steal. Boreavalis on the left wing. Colorado native flipped it left circle. Around the roulette wheel it comes near side for Borghese. Taps it near corner. Cut off by Addison. He'll spike it off the near dasher and back out. Dylan Went tapped it along for Gruden, who deposited it back in. Henry Thrun. Mashed by Gruden behind the Marlies net. Played ahead intended for Ben King. Tipped away by Philman. Gruden from the right wing, blocked in front by Thrun as he activates to the neutral zone. But stopped in his tracks by Gruden, who then gives pursuit of the puck in front of the Toronto bench, right in front of the bench that his father coaches, John Gruden Sr. In behind the net, Gruden wedged off the puck by Johnstone. Henry Thrun far corner, bodied up by Cam Squires. Good pressure here in the O zone for Utica. Johnstone receives the pass and then trudges out through the neutral zone. In across the comment line. Left circle for Sim. Forced behind the net. Try to wheel it in front. Hack wide by Reese Johnson. Cam Squires jumps on it far side. And he was brushed off by Johnstone. Plays it quickly ahead to Johnson. Landon Sim barrels right circle. Then a stick save made by Malakoff Johnson. Out high, this is Benning, far boards. Johnstone had it knifed off his blade and back out with just over eight and a half to go here in the first period. Comets up 1-0 on a goal from Austin Strand, and out shooting the Marlies 7-2 thus far. They've been outshot by Toronto in 2 of the 3 meetings in the season series. Here's Logan Shaw in on right wing. Rolls it to the corner. Swept to the far side by Austin Strand. Then receives the pass from Hardman. Perrant left circle. Wrist shot blocked. Lands in the near circle. Perrant back up with it. A wheeling shot blocked in front. Right back to Perrant. Vandalise. Perrant walks down to the goal line. Sharp angle bid off the side of the net. And then Perrant taken down in the far corner by Vinny Lettieri. Sent back to Strand. Right point across to Vandalise. A floater. Sticked away by Hildeby. Hardman rims it far side to a pinching Strand. Backs it up for Perrant at the point. Walking left side. Wrist shot. And that one sizzled wide through traffic. Not sure Hildeby knew where that one was. And then it comes out of play. We'll step aside.